All right, so this is my G.I. Joe headquarters custom job here. This is for a new sub-team I'm going to call the Demolition Division. When a terradrome is dropped down in some country, then we also drop down one of these Joe bases and we go and tear the terradrome down. So these guys are into explosives and everything. And here we go. I've taken the original headquarters and I've really expanded out on it. And, I built these big side pieces for it. And I'll walk you through and show you everything I got here. All right, so first, just with the original headquarters here, I have, I've done some color changes here. The main body of the base was a kind of a medium gray, and I've split it up into a dark gray and a light gray, and then I've used kind of a gold yellow accent, and I kind of added these kind of construction stripes all over everything for design. I added a kind of a sticker at the front. I've added detail. I found this sticker here, and that's what kind of started everything off. That's why I went with the yellow, and then the theme came after I had a few things set up. So that's where we are. This gun is part of it. I spray painted it black and then used a silver marker over top of it. I did the same thing with these little spotlights here. And all right, let's get into it. So here is kind of an overview. We got the prison cell. I got the demolition division. One of the logos in the back there. So the people in the prison can look at that logo and just never forget who they're messing with. All right, and then I got my the computer over here. Pretty big improvement, I think, from what the original was. I scrapped all the stickers and stuff that was on it. General flag on the screen there, down at the bottom. I added a bunch of I don't know, technical screens and stuff that might be in a G.I. Joe base. We got Cobra Island mapped out there. We got some keypads and stuff over here, and there we go. We got this section here, which in mine is empty, but you can fill it with dynamite and gunpowder and spools of wire and everything you need. Here's our parking space. We got, the stick of dynamite, which is also going to serve as kind of a logo and an iconic piece. I'll show you all from this side, and then we'll spin it around and go from the back. All right, so let's start at the top here. This was the G.I. Joe Razor Blade. This is an official helicopter. I'm calling it the Firecracker. I don't know much about this one, but it kind of suits my needs. I wanted a helicopter about this size. I thought about the Dragonfly, but I'm not paying that much for it. And the blades really droop on the Dragonfly and a couple of the old G.I. Joe vehicles, and I don't like that, so I wanted, good straight blades. So we got the Firecracker here. Spin it around, and the other side is pretty similar, but I just kind of added some details and things. We got a helipad sticker there, and it lands, and there you go. So that's our helicopter. That's its landing spot. We're going to come down a little bit, and we have a flat cannon here, repainted and detailed. Everything on here is like bolted down, screwed down, glued down. I got little screws here and there, kind of holding everything in place. This helipad is very stable. I got some blocks of wood that I kind of put in there, nailed it to that, screwed it into it, glued it into it, whatever. Got a nice little fence around everything, which is also very secure. Just some little fence I found on Amazon. It took me a while to find it. If you just Google or search Amazon for, I don't know, I think diorama fences, and I found this. It's like a horse fence or something, but the size of it and everything is good, and I like it. And this thing is stable, and you can swivel it around and fire down, and there you go. All right, and I've also added kind of my own camo pattern on everything here. Let's take a look at this as well. Here's the side of it. There is a door, which is, you know, not real convenient. You got to kind of hop up on that that ammo rack and get into the doorway, but that's all right. These guys are in great shape, and you know, there you go. So this is just wood basically that I cut it all up and spray painted everything else. All the paint is spray paint. All right, let's go down. I got a fence right there. We got, you know, the pattern over here. I left this side open. So that you can do stuff. You know, the back is open and the side is open. We got a little bit of a ledge there, so a guy can be inside and kind of duck behind it and fire at you or whatever. All right, what do we got? We got some TNT. We got, you know, some sticks of dynamite. There's a little staircase to get up there. I got a poster with the Terradrome weak points on it, so everybody's familiar with, you know, their target spots that they're going to attack. Yeah, this room is fairly, you know, it's empty, but that's fine. The one thing that I don't have yet that I'm still kind of waiting on to come in the mail is it's in a little, like an electric box. It's like a cabinet there. I'm going to put that right there, and then I'm going to run some, you know, some little conduit up the walls and stuff just to give it a little bit more life. But that is, you know, this room over here. All right. Here's another bay for where the vamp goes. This thing still works well. Yeah. All right. So here is a TV monitor up in the air. Sorry, I'm kind of crawling on my belly to do this video here. There's a TV monitor, next target, location, demolition division, base, drop site, budget, priority level. So they're kind of waiting for their next mission, I guess. I don't know. It's on the screen, and that's the information. Then we also have a shelf here that contains, you know, kegs of dynamite. It says danger right there, explosive black powder. You know, you got to watch out for that stuff. We got, yeah, TNT, danger, dynamite, and that stuff's all glued down. All right, let's go down here. There is a Mortal Kombat machine. You know, so the boys can play Mortal Kombat when they're kind of waiting. You know, just kind of between missions or whatever. A little exit sign above the door. This room is empty otherwise. And then it's kind of open on this side so you can get in. And then there's a little door around the back like I said. All right, let's go up. And here we go. We got another flak cannon in place. I got a tower. This is the only, like, I don't know, major piece that isn't really G.I. Joe. This is Chap May. I repainted it. I put a little gun up there. We got, you know, like the spotlight. I thought that thing was a nice feature. I had the regular towers, watchtowers. See, these are kind of like, I got two of them, and they ended up being not included in this set because, one, with their little feet, there's no good way to secure those that I came up with. They're kind of at an angle, so you can't really, yeah, I don't know, you know, so I never really took that, and I really wanted a taller tower. I wanted something that's going to kind of balance out a little bit with the helicopter on the other end over there. So I got this Chap May thing, and then this is just kind of loose and extra. But yeah, it's good. It's got a little ladder going up the back. I put some detail on it. I painted everything, and yeah, there you go. Let me show you. And then if we come down, you know, kind of here is a long view of everything. Pretty big base there. You go down, 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 and here is kind of the official logo there, the Demolition Division. And we got some, you know, some cool camo on and stuff. And yeah, so that's that. All right, now I will flip it around. You know, the fence stops there, and we have a ladder going up the side. I pulled it out a little bit so you can actually hang little Joes and stuff off of it rather than have it glued right to the wood. It would probably look better, but not be as functional. And here's the same room from the outside or from the back side. We got, some more kegs of TNT, dynamite there. And, we kind of saw all this already. And then here is, just the back side of kind of what we looked at. We got the logo there again as well. I got some, some signage here and there. A big G.I. Joe logo there with a stick of dynamite at the end, I might add. Some notices, before you go in, hey, this is a restricted area, so, watch yourself there. All right, here's a parking spot. Here's the back end of this, and this is also going to be equipped with a ladder so you can get up and do your thing there. We got some signage there, restricted area. There's no door, so you're just kind of on the honor system. Read the sign, and it's a restricted area, no trespassing. So if you aren't part of this squad here, then we ask you please don't go through that door. Let's take a big view of it there. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky, guys. I am kind of crawling around on the floor as I film this, but yeah, there's the backside. Okay, yeah, we got a nice little setup here, but there isn't really any other vehicles besides a helicopter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce this dog here. This is the Time Bomb. All right, so this was a vamp, of course. Got 3D printed hood and doors put on it, and then I did the paint job and everything else. I was calling it the Detonator, and then I realized there's some stupid vehicle named the Detonator already in G.I. Joe. Yeah, I got some tail lights on. Got the little dynamite stick. Not too bad. Yeah, it looks all right. Guy goes and he parks his ass right there. All right, and then next up for vehicles, we got this dog. This is the Wrecking Ball. This was the Steel Crusher from the G.I. Joe movies. It was a black van, and I repainted it. Did all the stuff here. Put some striping on it. Put the logo on the side. It's got the little drop-down missile in it. Back end, little G.I. Joe license plate there. Missing a door. It was just part of the deal when I got it on eBay. It didn't come with a door. There you go. Looks pretty decent. I'm keeping this piece in the middle. It does have the feature to slide forward, and then this little dog slides down there, and now you got kind of an armored windshield. But yeah, I'm keeping it closed and shoved back so you can drop dudes in the back. And then this section in the back did have a gun. I do have it. It didn't come with a missile though, so I ended up just taking it out because I really wanted, a vehicle that you would actually be able to load stuff in. So here you throw your kegs of dynamite and your spools of wire and your, I don't know, everything you need for demolition purposes. So there we go. That is the Steel Crusher, but now it's the Wrecking Ball. And there we are. As a runner-up, I did also make a different vehicle here. This was the Snowcat, of course. I don't know. I just kind of wasn't satisfied with it. The cargo area, kind of the same thing I was thinking with the Wrecking Ball there. I wanted it to, be more for hauling, and with all this detail and stuff on there, it just, I don't know. I think visually kind of throws it off. I don't care for it. So I made this, and then I made the van afterwards. But yeah, I mean, this thing came out decent. This is the Switch, which of course stands for Stealth Wreckage Inducing Technician Charter. So this charters technicians who specialize in wreckage-inducing actions, and it does it in a stealthy way. And there you are. So yeah, this is all right. I don't know. When I look at it, I think it's okay, but also when it's parked in there, the colors, it's too dark. I don't know. Something about it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So This is just kind of a runner-up. And those are the extra pieces I don't really have any use for, I guess, that I still put the effort into. All right, so there it is. One more time. That's the full Demolition Division headquarters. Drop these puppies in the jungle or in the desert or in the Arctic, wherever. The latest hair drum has been set up, and then we're going to have our crew go in and do their thing. So there we go. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.